We have the Tab S7 and the Galaxy Book Pro 360 right here for you. For good measure, we will also feature the Tab S7 Plus to save you some time and to be as efficient as possible. The Galaxy Book Pro 360 comes with an i5 8GB of RAM. That's the highest spec unit available over here, silver. No Mystic Blue for us. Yep, that's what it's like. Tab S7, 6GB of RAM, Tab S7 Plus, 8GB of RAM. Pricing at the time of filming, and that is an interesting one. 360 comes in at 1,200 euros. Tab S7 is effectively half price with 620, and then we have the Tab S7 Plus with 840. Let me start with the available canvas space to give you a better overview. The Book 360 has slimmer bezels than both tablets, and you can see this right here. The Tab S7 is considerably smaller, whilst the Tab S7 Plus kind of fits the bill here. But does it make a difference later on? It goes without saying the 360 is a 2-in-1, which means you have a keyboard attached to it, obviously, but you can either buy a keyboard for the Tab S7 or get Samsung's keyboard cover in addition. Guys, look out for some deals. Sometimes it is simply included when buying a Samsung tablet. Although traveling is not anyone's priority right now, let's check out weight for all devices. And the Tab S7 comes in with 500 grams, kind of expected. It is the lightest one. It is slightly less than the Tab S7 Plus, which comes in at 560. Now, of course, the Galaxy Book Pro 360 13-inch, it is heavier, but it is twice as much as the Tab S7 with 1048 grams. So just over a kilogram, and honestly, for a 2-in-1, that is not bad. The design is super slim, and I think Samsung has done a stellar job here. There's one thing I want to highlight when it comes to the Geekbench 5 results. You can see that the Tab S7 and the Tab S7 Plus are very similar. The Pro 360 is slightly higher, but the part I want to highlight is the no fan part. Stay with me here. The scores you can see is in high performance mode, which means the fan is on and spinning, and yes, everyone can hear it. Also the people on the other end of a video call. Now, when switching into no fan mode, which is available in Samsung settings, the scores are very different, especially multi-core suddenly halved. So there's obviously a trade-off when switching into the no fan mode. Okay, let's start the intriguing part, and I'm not holding back, guys, and leave the footage to the end. Let's check out yours truly and 3 different webcams on 3 different devices. You are now looking at the Tab S7 audio and video quality. Which one is better? I have to say, I put it in front of me and I felt like home. The picture looks good to me, but I'm gonna have to see what it looks like later on. Peace. We are now looking at the Tab S7 Plus, literally seconds after the Tab S7. What is the picture and audio quality like? I felt like the Tab S7 looks slightly better, but I have to see later on, as always. Peace. Literally seconds after the Tab S7 Plus, this is the Galaxy Book Pro 360 13-inch version. And I have to say, the first thing I noticed is how dim the display is compared to the other 2 devices. But what is the picture and audio quality like? I have a feeling this is not good. This is probably the worst of all 3. Peace. I am super impressed with the Tab S7 and the Tab S7 Plus, and very disappointed with the Galaxy Book Pro 360, especially when Samsung made such a big deal out of those camera settings that are available now. Let's talk display, and this is a tough one unless you do what I did. Starting here, and you can see that all looks okay, and realistically I will tell you that the Galaxy Book Pro 360 is dim, and yeah, you may see this depending on your device, but let's look at it in a different environment. Let's go outside and start with the Tab S7 Plus, and it is sunny and it looks pretty bright to me, so it is doable outside, looks fine. Moving on to the Tab S7, and yeah, I'm still feeling it. It is slightly darker, but good. You can do this, right? We can do this. Now, moving on. So, there's that. Yeah, full brightness for all devices, and you can see for yourself. I don't think anyone could work outside. It is so dim. I actually had to check if it is on, if the display is on, if the machine is on. So, there's that. If you are still here with me, well, thank you very much, and I got more for you here. Speaker test.
And when you live in top shelf, you know you gotta set the bar high. Had the same dreams since we was kids. Big trips, big cars, and even bigger cribs. never thought that it would happen just the way it did. Fast forward that now, it's just the way we live. That's good food and drinks, my mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. Dress to impress like it's prom night. And when you live in top shelf, you know you gotta set the bar high. Had the same dreams since we was kids. Big trips, big cars, and even bigger cribs. I never thought that it would happen just the way it did. Fast forward that now, it's just the way we live. That's good food and drinks, my mood makes you think that this life's made for a king.
So I'm really starting to struggle here as I'm unsure of what is going on. Webcam? Nope. Display brightness? Speaker test? You have been my witness now. So la la. What else is left? Well, let's go to taking notes. That's my personal biggest use case for those devices, something I really like to do. So both pens are included in your purchase, and I think it is a good signature move by Samsung, and I hope they keep it that way. Both pens are identical with one difference though. The Tab S7 S Pen is Bluetooth enabled and needs charging in order to use those functions. Whereas the Galaxy Book Pro 360 pen doesn't have Bluetooth enabled and it doesn't need charging, but it doesn't have any air commands. And maybe that's a deal breaker to you, I don't know. I don't use them, but you can store both pens on the back of both devices. Writing on the Galaxy Book Pro 360 is a pleasure and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. As for the latency, I would go and state it is slightly more than the Tab S7 and the Tab S7 Plus, which is obviously fantastic for a 2-in-1 multi-purpose device. Although the Tab S7 and Tab S7 Plus feels more natural to write on as it lays flat down like a piece of paper. But look, realistically, it is like comparing apples and pears. So I do like the 360 for taking notes. It is an absolute fantastic device and doable. As for gaming, Fortnite runs fine on the Galaxy Book Pro 360, slightly choppy at times, but I managed to get around 60 to 70 FPS. Occasional gaming will do just fine. The Tab S7 can reach up to 100 FPS at peak times and it is all fine. We have tested this device inside out for the previous year or so. Last but not least, battery life, and I have to say the Galaxy Book Pro 360 doesn't do so well. We are talking about 6 hours versus 12 hours on the Tab S7. Ouch. So there's that as well. So my personal experience was like this, which I didn't expect, by the way. I felt like the Tab S7 and the Tab S7 Plus gave me more freedom and flexibility, which is almost like, again, a paradox to what you can actually achieve with a full desktop machine. If I had to rank them, this would be it. Tab S7 Plus number 1, followed by the Tab S7, slightly behind, literally just a personal preference. And yes, Galaxy Book Pro 360 comes in last, but hey, it all depends on your use case. Hopefully I could help you a little bit today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I miss you. Peace out.